Sciences. I admit you, Dr. Srikanth Prithvish, as a fellow thereof.
Sir, I present to you Dr. Kuldeep Singh.
Dr. Kuldeep Singh has developed innovative educational technology for humanistic clinical care, public health education, and in learning resource material for professional development. He is deeply involved in the development and implementation of an innovative curriculum in undergraduate and postgraduate medical education in Nepal and in India. He is also a co-convener for Medical Council of India designated Regional Training Center for Medical Education Technology for Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, and also intimately involved in developing and nurturing medical education technology at newly developed AIIMS at Jodhpur.
In the name and by the authority vested in me as the President of the National Academy of Medical Sciences, I admit you, Dr. Kuldeep Singh, as a fellow thereof.
Sir, I present to you Dr. Soumya Swaminathan.
Dr. Soumya Swaminathan is an accomplished scientist, excellent clinician, and a brilliant researcher. She is a well-known expert of the National Academy of Medical Sciences, the Indian Academy of Sciences, Bangalore, and the Indian Academy of Pediatrics. Her work has been recognized internationally as well as nationally. She serves on many WHO committees and is the chairperson of the HIV section of the International Union Against Tuberculosis.
In the name and by the authority vested in me as the President of the National Academy of Medical Sciences, I thank you, Dr. Soumya Swaminathan, as a fellow thereof.
Sir, I present you the members who are receiving scroll at this 54th annual convocation.
In the name and by the authority vested in me as the President of the National...
I will read the names.
Names?
Dr. Anil Agarwal, Dr. Rachna Agarwal, Dr. Nusrat Shafiq, Dr. Mala Bhalla, Dr. Bhagirathi Dwivedi, Dr. Deepika Pandhi, Dr. Mayank Agarwal, Dr. Vinita Agarwal, Dr. Parmeet Kaur Bagga, Dr. Chitranjan Behra, Dr. Pankaj Bharadwaj, Dr. Jagriti Bhatia, Dr. Suvamoy Chakrabarti, Dr. Surjit Ghatak, Dr. Nirmal Raj Gopinathan, Dr. Lajja Devi Goyal, Dr. Anmol Kumar Gupta, Dr. Pramod Kumar Gupta, Dr. Rehan ul Haq, Dr. Chellam Janaki, Dr. Shivani Jaswal, Dr. Sunil Katyal, Dr. Nikhil Kothari, Dr. Anurag Kuhad, Dr. Anil Kumar, Dr. Govind Rajan, Nanja Pachatti, Dr. Manish Narang, Dr. Susanta Kumar Padhi, Dr. Anand Pandey, Dr. Mahesh Prakash, Dr. Amit Rawat, Dr. Neeru Saini, Dr. Sudeep Sen, Dr. Sheetal Sharda, Dr. Jaya Shukla, Dr. Shailendra Pal Singh, Dr. Manish Singhal, Dr. Seema Singhal, Dr. Jaspreet Sukhija, Dr. Vaishali Suri, Dr. Rachna Wadhwa.
In the name and by the authority vested in me as the President of the National Academy of Medical Sciences, I admit you all as members thereof.
Dr. Anil Agarwal. Dr. Rachna Agarwal. Dr. Nusrat Shafiq. डॉक्टर माला भल्ला, आगे 4-5 आगे ले जाओ ना, पहले आगे। डॉक्टर भगीरथी द्विवेदी, डॉक्टर दीपिका पांधी, डॉक्टर मयंक अग्रवाल, डॉक्टर विनीता अग्रवाल. Can we have some applause, please, at least when somebody is here? डॉक्टर परमीत कौर बग्गा, डॉक्टर चितरंजन बेहरा, डॉक्टर पंकज भारद्वाज, डॉक्टर जागृति भाटिया, डॉक्टर सुमय चक्रवर्ती, डॉक्टर सुरजीत घटक, डॉक्टर निर्मल राज गोपीनाथन, डॉक्टर लज्जा देवी गोयल, डॉक्टर अनमोल कुमार गुप्ता, डॉक्टर प्रमोद कुमार गुप्ता, डॉक्टर रेहान उल हक, डॉक्टर चेल्लम जानकी, डॉक्टर शिवानी जायसवाल, डॉक्टर सुनील कत्याल, डॉक्टर निखिल कोठारी, डॉक्टर अनुराग कुहार, डॉक्टर अनिल कुमार, डॉक्टर गोविंद राजन नंजपचेती, डॉक्टर मनीष नारंग, डॉक्टर सुशांता कुमार पाधी, डॉक्टर आनंद पांडे, डॉक्टर महेश प्रकाश, डॉक्टर अमित रावत, डॉक्टर नीरू सैनी, डॉक्टर सुदीप सेन, डॉक्टर शीतल शारदा, Dr. Jaya Shukla, Dr. Shailendra Pal Singh, Dr. Manish Singhal, Dr. Seema Singhal, Dr. Jaspreet Sukhija, Dr. Vaishali Suri, Dr. Rachna Vadhwa,
Congrats.
ये लिखा था निकालो ना ये बात
Rajiv? Good. Yesterday evening they got into the train from Lucknow. It has reached just now.
Sir, I present to you Dr. Rana Gopal Singh.
In the name and by the authority vested in me as the President of the National Academy of Medical Sciences, I admit you, Dr. Rana Gopal Singh, as fellow thereof. So your train was late.
Sir, I present to you Dr. Ashish Wakhlu.
In the name and by the authority vested in me as the President of the National Academy of Medical Sciences, I admit you, Dr. Ashish Wakhlu, as the fellow thereof. You made it.
Sir, I present to you Dr. Ashok Kumar.
In the name and by the authority vested in me as the President of the National Academy of Medical Sciences, I admit you, Dr. Ashok Kumar, as a fellow thereof.
Sir, I present to you Dr. Shashi Srivastav as a member of the Academy. Sir, I present to you Dr. Indu Lata as a member of the Academy. Now, I have great pleasure in requesting the Honorable Chief Guest to kindly present the Lifetime Achievement Award for the year 2013 to Dr. Haribhai Patel. The citation will be read by the President NAMS, Dr. Bhaskaran, please.
Dr. Haribhai L. Patel, born on June 15, 1926, completed his MBBS and MS from Grant Medical College of University of Bombay. He was a senior professor and head of the department of the upgraded postgraduate department of surgery, BJ Medical College and Civil Hospital, Ahmedabad. He has more than 60 years of teaching experience, undergraduate and postgraduate, in medical colleges of Mumbai, Jamnagar, Vadodara and Ahmedabad. He was elected Fellow of the National Academy of Medical Sciences in 1999 and has served the Academy with great devotion. Dr. Haribhai Patel has received national and international recognition in the field of his specialization. He is the recipient of the Fellowship of the International Academy of Proctology in 1971, was nominated Regional Editor American Journal of Proctology in 1972 and has served the Regent International Academy of Proctology. He served as the President, Association of Genitourinary Surgeons of India. Dr. Haribhai L. Patel is a leading activist in various socio-professional movements. He was the leader of Mobile Hospital in Nagar Parkar, Pakistan during the Second Indo-Pakistan conflict in 1971. He was the member of the Medal 86 High-Level Medical Delegation to USA and Canada, July 1986. Dr. Patel is a pioneer in advocating and initiating reforms in methods of assessment and conduct of examinations in professional education. He was the Chairman, Medical Education Committee, Association of Surgeons of India, Chairman, Board of Studies, Medicine, Surgery and Obstetrics and Gynecology, Saurashtra University, member of the Working Group in Medical Education, 9th Five-Year Plan, Planning Commission, Government of India. Dr. Patel has been a member of the Editorial Board, Indian Journal of Surgery, Sectional Editor, Indian Journal of Surgery, Genitourinary Surgery, member of the Editorial Board of Indian Journal of Medical Education and the American Journal of Proctology. And presently, he is our Vice President of the National Academy of Medical Sciences. May I request Honorable Chief Guest to honor him with applause.
I have great pleasure in requesting the Honorable Chief Guest to kindly present the medals and prizes to the eminent biomedical scientists who have delivered or are going to deliver the orations tomorrow, or they will be presenting the papers for the awards they are receiving. Dr. Prannath Chotani oration for the year 2013-14. The recipient is Dr. D. Nageswar Rao, Professor, Department of Biochemistry, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, New Delhi. His oration was delivered today on developing in-house reagents for the diagnosis of chikungunya and dengue. Dr. D. Nageswar Rao, please. Sir, General Amir Chand oration for the year 2013-14. The oration has been awarded to Dr. Gayatri Rath, Director Professor, Department of Anatomy, Vardhaman Mahavir Medical College and Safdarjung Hospital, New Delhi. Her oration is on potentiation of curcumin on WNT beta-catenin signaling in breast cancer. Dr. B.K. Anand. Dr. B.K. Anand oration for the year 2013-14. Dr. Rakesh Kumar Srivastava, Senior Policy Analyst, National Institute of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India. Dr. S. Janaki Memorial Oration for the year 2014. The recipient is Dr. Pramod Kumar Pal, Professor of Neurology, National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences, Bangalore. Dr. V.R. Khanolkar Oration for the year 2013-14. The recipient is Dr. Subrata Sinha, Director, National Brain Research Center, Manesar, Haryana. Colonel Sangam Lal Memorial Oration for 2013-14. Dr. Sanjeev Misra, Director, AIMS, Jodhpur. Colonel Sangam Lal, Dr. Achanta Lakshmipati Oration, Dr. N. Srinivas Murthy, Professor, Gokula Education Foundation, MS Ramaiah Medical College, Bangalore. Dr. S.S. Misra Memorial Award, Dr. Desiree Sembi from Lucknow. Dr. R.M. Kasliwal Award. The recipient is Dr. Uma Sharma, Department of NMR, AIMS, New Delhi. Dr. Vimla Virmani Award to Dr. Sivarama Varamballi from NIMHANS, Bangalore. Shyamlal Saxena Memorial Award for 2014, Dr. Kuldeep Singh from AIMS, Jodhpur. Dr. S.S. Sidhu Award for 2014 to Dr. Virender Singh, Department of Maxillofacial Surgery, Postgraduate Institute of Dental Sciences, Rohtak, Haryana. Dr. Vinod Kumar Bhargava Award for 2014 to Dr. Thirumurthy Velpandian from Dr. Rajendra Prasad Center for Ophthalmic Sciences, AIMS, New Delhi. Dr. A.S. Thambaiya Award for 2014 to Dr. Somesh Gupta, Professor, Department of Dermatology, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, New Delhi. Now, I have great pleasure in requesting the Honorable Chief Guest for presenting an award to Ms. Diksha, third semester MBBS student. She is the recipient of Professor J.S. Bajaj Award for overall best student performance during the interactive session in this NAMS National Symposium on harmful effects of alcohol consumption, need for evidence-based national policy, held yesterday on 17th of October. Thank you very much, sir. रिहर्सल में कहीं नजर नहीं आया, आपने हाथ भी खड़ा किया। लेट हो गया वैसे फ्लाइट पे
Thank you, sir. Dear audience, I would now like to call a person first or after the president? I would now like to call a person who stands as the symbol of learning and extreme commitment to science. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the winner of the Lifetime Achievement Award, Dr. Haribhai Patel, for his address speech.
Chief Guest Honorable Aziz Qureshi, Government of Uttarakhand, Dr. C.S. Bhaskaran, President of the National Academy of Medical Sciences, Organizing Chairman Dr. Rajkumar, Secretary Dr. Sanjay Wadhwa, Council members, awardees, the press, ladies and gentlemen. Professor J.S. Bajaj could not come because of his ill health. We have distributed his convocation word of honor address, but I am supplementing a few words from my own behalf. National Academy of Medical Sciences India has been doing excellent work for several decades. Now, we have to think of further progress. 3 points come to my mind. There are about 850 fellows running the academy. These are cream of health world of the country. Selection of fellows, about 30 every year, is a very rigorous procedure. Merit is the only criterion for selection. Knowledge, which is scientific, and skills of the fellows may be utilized for betterment of health of the country by ensuring awareness in general public about functioning of the academy. Even many of several lakhs of health professionals are unaware of the existence of the academy, let alone its work. In this direction, we have taken a decision at the last council meeting to involve national professional associations in the fight against disease. Initially, we may invite representatives of Indian professional associations once a year and discuss methods of cooperation. I am sure the response will be enthusiastic. Secondly, utilization by the government of the services of the academy, consisting of independent expert consultants in management of health policy, will be very effective. Those in authority at union and state governments are having limited exposure to complex situation of health, and the implementation by her officers may be biased. A solid, balanced advice from the academy would electrify the results. Questions like affordability of treatment, great injustice to medical practitioners in medical negligence cases, unworkable, harsh, sometimes ridiculous provisions by the Medical Council of India under garb of ethics, violence on health personnel by patients' relatives, vigorous publicity by pharmaceutical and instrument manufacturing companies, twisting facts and against the interest of the patient, inclusion of the subject of health as a compulsory subject in schools, etc., are waiting to be tackled expeditiously. Thirdly, a sensitive subject of cooperation between modern medicine and Ayush systems. Ayush means Ayurveda, Unani, homeopathy, etc. By and large, practitioners of modern medicine are highly prejudicial against indigenous systems. If we accept the fact that some of the chronic conditions like viral warts, eczema, psoriasis, colds, and improving general immunity are better treated by indigenous systems, limited cooperation may be beneficial. Government policies to encourage Ayush systems. We should work to implement the same. There should be dialogue between the Medical Council of India and Ayush Council. Indian Council of Medical Research and National Academy of Medical Sciences may form a link towards this goal. This is not easy. It requires drastic change in the attitude of various systems of medicine, necessitating prolonged, steady efforts. These are ideas. I would request every one of you to ponder over them and help the Academy with your feedback. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to call upon the person who is the mentor of mentors, the man of great learning and excellence. Please welcome the President of NAMS, Dr. C.S. Bhaskaran, for his address speech.
Our esteemed chief guest of today's function, Your Excellency the Governor of Uttarakhand, Honorable Sri Aziz Qureshi ji, our beloved Vice President of the National Academy of Medical Sciences, and the guest of honor of today's function, Dr. Haribhai Patel, honorable members of the Council, Dr. Dave, Dr. Saroj Churamani, Dr. Yogesh Yola, and Senior Fellow of the Academy, Dr. Sandhu, Professor Raj Kumar, Chairman of the Organizing Committee, Dr. Shalini Rao and Dr. Binay Kumar, Secretaries of the Organizing Committee, distinguished fellows and members, newly elected fellows and members, friends, delegates, ladies and gentlemen. I extend to you my warm greetings and welcome you all to this historically important spiritual city of Rishikesh. The venue of the conference, as you all know, the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Rishikesh, and this institute, under the directorship of the Professor Dr. Raj Kumar, has provided us an excellent platform for our annual conference in a serene atmosphere. Your Excellency, sir, we are indeed grateful to you for having spared your precious time in spite of your busy schedule to be the chief guest of today's function and grace this occasion. The National Academy of Medical Sciences, India, is an organization which is striving hard to bring up the academic excellence by utilizing its resources to achieve medical and social goals of national importance. The main objective of the National Academy is to lay emphasis on research and continuous upgradation of knowledge and technical skills of the medical and paramedical professional, and is a recognized nodal agency of the Government of India for the said purpose. In order to fulfill the objective, the Academy recognizes the importance of conducting several forms of CMEs in various medical and allied specialties all over the country, and in addition organizes annual conferences every year. The NAMS was conceived in 1959 with a consensus of opinion that the Academy should be on par with National Institutes of India based on the lines of Royal Society of London. Accordingly, the Academy was registered in 1961 as Indian Academy of Medical Sciences and was formally inaugurated late Pandit Jawaharlal Nehruji, the then Prime Minister of India. The name of the Academy was changed to National Academy of Medical Sciences in 1976. The first convocation was held on 8th December 1963, addressed by Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, the then President of India, and we have celebrated the Golden Jubilee in the years 2011-12. Our Academy encourages medical and biomedical scientists in our country by facilitating them and stimulates the younger generation by recognizing their work. We also recognize biomedical scientists and of good professional standing by electing them as fellows, members, confer membership to those who fall under the Regulation 5 of the NAMS Constitution. This year, we have elected 29 biomedical scientists as fellows, 59 as members of the Academy, and 342 are approved for conferment of membership according to Rule 5 of the NAMS. As on 13/3/2004, the strength of the Academy is 844 fellows, 5,767 members, of which 1,727 are members by election and the rest are according to Regulation 5. Every year we also confer Oration Awards and other awards in recognition of outstanding contributions made by our biomedical scientists and teachers belonging to various disciplines in medicine and allied sciences. The Lifetime Achievement Award, which you have seen this just now, our Honorable Chief Guest has presented, is the 2013 award to Dr. Haribhai Patel, an eminent urologist. We have also, during this year, given the Lifetime Achievement Award of the 2012 to Dr. E.P. Barusha, a renowned neurologist and a very senior fellow, on his 97th birthday on December 12, 2013, at his residence in Mumbai. He is too old, he was not able to come over here. This year, Council has approved the institution of 2 new orations in the name of Professor Bajaj, renowned specialist in endocrinology and diabetology, an eminent medical educationist and our beloved patron and emeritus president. The other, second one, in the name of late Dr. Jolly, Professor Emeritus, Department of Transfusion Medicine and PGI Chandigarh and SPGI Lucknow, a pioneer in the field of transfusion medicine. We have also instituted, at least approved, the Council has approved 2 more awards, one in the name of late Dr. A.S. Tambaya, an eminent dermatologist and medical educationist par excellence, and other in the name of Dr. N. Suryanarayan Rao, a renowned specialist in the field of community medicine. The academic activities of our Academy during the current year, the scientific sessions of this conference, you have already heard them, 2 important symposia, 12 orations of eminent biomedical scientists, 8 paper presentations in the NAMS awardees, and the Golden Jubilee Commemoration Award lecture by the youngest fellow of the year on posters presentations. These awards, you have heard some of them today, and some of them, the remaining will be delivered tomorrow, including Young Scientist Award. In fulfillment of the mandate, the Academy gives top priority to CME programs. The topics are so chosen, keeping in view the national health relevance. We have 2 types of CME programs. One is intramural programs, the other is extramural programs. I am indeed happy to mention at this stage, we have conducted a regional symposium at Jodhpur and under NAMSCON 2000, that is last year, on sleep medicine, which was a great success and has been widely disseminated and well recognized as it is available on the YouTube and Google+. We are thankful to Sanjeev Mishra and Dr. Kuldeep Singh for their efforts during that conference. Following this success story, efforts are made to link video presentation of this scientific program of this year's as well with the NAMS website. Ever since we met last year at Jodhpur, we have also held 11 intramural programs under the aegis of the NAMS Academic Committee and 16 extramural programs under the supervision of CME Program Committee. 2 important symposia were already held. You have heard one yesterday, harmful effects of alcohol consumption, 2, personalized medicine today, and both of them were conceptualized and planned by our patron, Professor J.S. Bajaj, who is solely responsible for planning and organization of these 2 topics. Then we have some achievements too. The NAMS connectivity with National Knowledge Network. We have been struggling for this for some time. At last, during this year, we could succeed in getting connected to the National Knowledge Network for webcasting. This has become a reality through the perseverant efforts of Professor Bajaj, our patron, and gracious help rendered by Dr. Chidambaram, Principal Scientific Advisor, Government of India, who happened to be our chief guest of NAMSCon 2000 at Jodhpur. But for their efforts, we would not have got this connection. When once the NKN connectivity fully becomes operational, the Academy can disseminate the scientific program to reach any of the medical colleges connected to NKN through webcasting facility and can also be utilized for lectures and contemporary public health issues of national importance. We have yet another landmark decision we have taken, that is establishment of NAMS Center for Research in Medical Education. I am very happy to inform you that we have done this, established it at the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Jodhpur, with the main plans in medical education being undertaken by the NAMS. To this effect, Memorandum of Understanding has been signed by the Chairman, Academic Committee, Professor J.S. Bajaj, on behalf of the NAMS, and Dr. Sanjeev Mishra, the Director, AIMS Jodhpur, recently. This center will be the nodal agency for the NAMS to fulfill and utilize the services of NKN to validate the contents of our NAMS programs and webcast this program to other medical institutions connected through NKN. I am happy to inform Dr. Kuldeep Singh will be the coordinator for this center, and I hope he will be able to put this center in a full active position. Through the center, we are also taking necessary steps to enhance the learning resource material available with us and to optimally utilize the IT-enabled services to increase the outreach of CME programs to more and more medical colleges through the NKN, and also through the NAMS website and publication of monographs and annals by establishing LRM library and streamlining the publications of the Annals of Academy. In this direction, we already made arrangements with AIMS Jodhpur, 2 issues of Annals of 213, one containing lower neural objects, and other special issue on sleep medicine have been published. We also constituted a new editorial board with effect from 1st January 2014. Our future plans of activities, we are planning 3 NAMS regional symposia are planned in the current year itself. One is evolving concepts, the diagnosis and prevention and management of type 2 diabetes mellitus and its microvascular complications. 2, benign and malignant pathology of head and neck at Amritsar, emerging epidemic of obesity at Jodhpur. Few other proposals, both intra and extramural programs, are under process, and efforts are also being made to get the CME programs created by state medical councils and also Medical Council of India. And we have a wonderful organization or cooperation from various AIMS institutes in the country. That is, we call it as NAMS AIMS Collegium. And also we have collaboration with PGI Chandigarh in the forms of NAMS PGI Collegium. These collegia made an impact by organizing several programs on relevant topics to update, upgrade, and disseminate knowledge. The AIIMS Jodhpur, apart from establishing NAMS Center for Research, have already conducted a national survey on sleep medicine and also yet another symposium to assess comparative effectiveness of model CME program using validated non-print medium for medical education. This project was taken up by the Academy as part of research on medical education to enable designing teaching programs in identified priority areas. Similarly, AMS Rishikesh is not lagging behind. Dynamic Rajkumar is taking active part in our collegium and is organized already a regional symposium on acute ischemic stroke, basic to advances. This is actually the third program he has taken this time. Similarly, the other AMS, Patna, has conducted a regional symposium on development of pre-hospital response to disasters and medical emergencies. PGI Chandigarh is a well-known center, as you know. It is teleconnected to some of the medical colleges through the collegium and some district hospitals in Punjab, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh. This year it has conducted a symposium on seizures, epilepsy in children, from knowledge to practical care, which has telelinked with Shimla and Tanda with great success. And we have yet another association with universities. We have signed so far Memorandum of Understanding with 2 universities. One is Guru Nanak Dev University, Amritsar, and the Central University of Punjab, Batinda. The efforts are being made to enter into agreement with other universities for training of middle-level scientists in various advanced techniques. It is also contemplated to explore the possibility of developing academic collaboration with University of Health Sciences in India in order to develop holistic and comprehensive strategy for improving the quality of medical education in the country. Before I conclude, I would once again reiterate that our academy is now geared up to meet the challenges with particular reference to national health problems, research in medical education, and updating knowledge and the skills of medical and health and paramedical professionals, and to fulfill the demands and aspirations of the nation. In addition, our academy continues to take part in formulating and developing the policy strategies and programs under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India, by participating in the expert group meetings and consultative deliberations of the Government of India. I, on behalf of the Academy and on my own behalf, heartily congratulate the newly elected fellows and members who received the scrolls today, and NAMS orators and NAMS awardees on this memorable occasion. Your Excellency, sir, we are greatly honored and thankful to you for your gracious presence at this function, for having distributed the medals to the orators and the awardees, and for your kind participation in making this conference success. We are eagerly looking forward to your advice and guidance through your convocation address. We are indeed very grateful to Professor Rajkumar, Shalini Rao, and Vinay Kumar, and other members of his team for having worked relentlessly to make this conference a grand success, and they deserve our applause. I convey my special thanks to Professor J.S. Bajaj, our patron, NAMS, for his guidance and encouragement to discharge my responsibilities as the President NAMS. I am very grateful to him and pray for his speedy recovery and smooth convalescence. I would like to acknowledge the help and cooperation of all our past presidents, chairpersons of standing committees, and Dr. Haribhai Patel, the Vice President, Dr. Manorama Berry, our Treasurer, who is not here, all the members of the Council, and last but not the least, Dr. Sanjay Vadva, a live wire behind our success, Dr. Honorary Secretary of the NAMS, and other staff members who have toiled to make this conference a success and who helped me a lot throughout these 2 years of my tenure. Thank you once again. Jai Hind.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll now like to call upon our very capable leader and director, and also the organizing chairman for NAMSCON 2014, Professor Rajkumar.
I am sorry, sir, I am invading in the schedule. but I would be failing in my duty if I don't acknowledge the contribution of great man. And all of you know this show is just because of him. Please give a big round of applause to Professor J.S. Bajaj. He was our guest of honor for today's event, but because of his health, he could not make up. But let me tell you, despite his husky voice, despite being on bed, every day at least half hour he had been talking to make this event successful. So I would be failing if I don't acknowledge his contribution. He's a great man, and his message as a guest of honor would be distributed to you very soon. Please distribute and of course I acknowledge the contribution of Dr. Salini Rao, who has worked very hard for making this event successful. Now I would invite you for the rest of the function.
Thank you, sir. Dear audience, it's a great honor for all of us that today we have amongst us the Governor of State of Uttarakhand, His Excellency Dr. Aziz Qureshi. Ladies and gentlemen, though he is a lawyer by profession, he dedicated his life in the service of the nation. And in spite of being very active in national politics, he has never left his literary pursuits behind. He is a great scholar, a committed social worker, and a dedicated politician. Ladies and gentlemen, I would request His Excellency to honor the gathering with his prestigious words.
Good operation. Respected Dr. Haribhai Patel, Dr. C. Bhaskaran, Dr. Sanjay Wadhwa, Professor Rajkumar, Dr. Dave, Dr. Yogesh Chawla, Dr. Sanjeev Mishra, Dr. Sanjay Churamani, Dr. M.C. Pant, and members of the National Academy of Medical Sciences, friends and comrades. Dr. Rajkumar has used a very lavish language and served many delicious of words to you in my praise. Don't believe him. I don't have any of such qualities which he described. But certainly I have come here to let you know that I might not be a distinguished academician, but certainly I am not also an extinguished politician. Extinguished politicians normally don't come to such gatherings. I was also afraid of coming here when I came to know that the cream of India's medical fraternity is here. To go among them and address them is very Herculean task. I think you remember, perhaps I have told you once more, that I am not used to address such kind of gatherings of intellectual and professional giants of the country. I am used to address election meetings, meetings of the assembly, or at the floor of the parliament, being a member of Lok Sabha. And you know, to speak in the Vidhan Sabha or Lok Sabha comparatively is very easy. You go on speaking any nonsense. Neither the person who speaks ever knows what he is speaking, nor the listeners ever come to know what he has spoken. And only a unparalleled shore, sharaba jise hum, what we call it in Urdu, that takes place. A kind of anarchy is there, and everything has come to an end. For months and months, the parliament cannot pass any business. While every minute of parliament costs about 4 lakhs of rupees of the nation, that is taxpayers' money. So the person who is used to speak on such floors, it is difficult for him to speak for the August guardian, before the August audience like you. Anyway, the people of this institution are very lucky. Rishikesh is our ancient land of sylvan setting. The fresh breeze coming from the Himalayan mountains. When they reach the holy waves of Ganges, they start chanting Om Namo Shivaya. And that carries with us the history of thousands of years of our ancient civilization, our victories, our defeats, our successes, our failures, our marching on, our beating the retreat, our traditions, our culture, our ethos, story, song and whatnot. That is the message of Holy Ganges, and you are lucky to have your institution on this pious side. I wish you all the best, and simultaneously I submit my very sincere congratulations to all the persons who have been awarded today fellowship and membership of the Academy. The medical ethics in the days of Dr. Bhaskaran or Dr. Patel or Dr. Dave was something quite different. The entire approach and conception of medical fraternity has undergone a major operation. In those days, I remember I am 75, I am going to be 75. But in my earlier days as a child, the doctors were worshipped like gods. Very few doctors. I belong to Bhopal state, princely state, and the Rajas and the Maharajas and Nawabs, they were the bloodsuckers of the people. Didn't bother much about the treatment or education of their subjects, but even then, there were some good hospitals, some good colleges and institutions they established. But in my days, the treatment was free. Anybody could have gone to any hospital to a city where not a single paisa was charged from him. Same treatment which was given to the persons who were well off, for which they were asked to pay the bill. Same doctors, same wards, same treatment, but the difference was that which I have mentioned just now. But now, unfortunately, the corporate world has entered the medical profession, and everything has gone with the wind. I am a very frank man. I hope you excuse my frank speaking. The noble profession has gone to dogs. And now doctors are not worshipped as they were worshipped like in the days of Dr. Bhaskaran, Dr. Dave, or Dr. Hirabai Patel, or Dr. Dave. Now, when one goes to any nursing home, he might recover from the illness. He might come out from the disease. He might be recovered and gets back to home. But his family, the persons who have been supporting him financially, they go to Shamshan Bhumi in Khabristan. Their income, their way of life, their system, everything is disturbed. So what I have to say, yesterday Dr. Pant is here. He organized an excellent convention, a conference on cancer treatment in Dehradun. The Chief Minister of Uttarakhand also was there, Health Minister was there, and he invited me the chief guest. There I declared, that I told in my official capacity as governor, that right to treatment must be included in the list of fundamental rights of the country. Anybody born in a slum, in a village, in a field, in a gully or bazaar or a palace must be given the right to get the same kind of treatment without any unsurmountable obstacles, the financial difficulties. In the same treatment you provide to all the people. There should be same hospitals, same wards, same doctors, same medicines, and those who can pay, those who are exploiters of this society, those who earn money by different means, compel them to make the payment. But I have not, for whom this inhospitable earth is the only bed and the merciless sky is the only roof. Nobody is there to look after him. He has got the right to be treated at par with any towering personality of the country. There should be no difference. And the corporate world which is entered there, definitely they are doing some service. Definitely they have some contribution to make to the society. But I would very respectfully submit to them that time doesn't wait for anybody. So are the people. If we don't mend ourselves in a peaceful manner, the day will come that there would be a bloody revolution and everything will be changed. So don't compel the people to march to their destination where peaceful methods come to an end and people adopt unlawful and violent methods to change the society. What I have to say, that the focus of the doctors who will be going out from here, the new doctors I mean, they should look at the nameless, faceless and voiceless man who is standing in the doors in the queue. Their eyes must search the last man in the queue and bring him to the fore and give them all the treatment he desires. Give him all the treatment he needs. Give him the life, hope, dreams, expectations which is having in you. Then only I think you will be doing justice to your profession. Because the medical fraternity must realize that they might bring anybody to their operation table, but the entire medical fraternity of the country is standing before the bar of posterity, before the bar of history, and time is the judge. Time is recording every event. He is observing every motion of yours, every action of yours. And when time awards its own verdict and history bears testimony to it, then you shall be asked to stand before the dock, and then the nation will give verdict against you. So don't let the time come like that. Entire approach, entire theme, entire methods of the new fraternity must be changed, and they should take lessons from the oldies who are here. Luckily, Dr. Dave is here, Dr. Bhaskar, because I am a mad person. For the professional, intellectuals and academicians, I have got some special soft corner. So I pay my tribute to him. I wish him all the best, and I pray to Almighty that there is maybe many Dr. Rajkumars in the entire country who can build up such kind of institutions. I am here. I feel honored to be here. It's my privilege, my pleasure, my honor that I am here in the company of such senior medical stalwarts of the country who have made history, and I hope their example will be followed by the new generation. Thank you very, very much.
Sir, I would like to thank you for your blessings on behalf of all of us. And ladies and gentlemen, I take this opportunity to request our director, sir, to present a memento to Honorable Chief Guest, His Excellency Dr. Aziz Qureshi. I will now request Director Sir to present the memento to our guest of honor, Dr. Haribhai Patel. I request our Director Sir, Professor Rajkumar, to present the memento to President NAMS, Dr. C.S. Bhaskaran. Ladies and gentlemen, I will now request the organizing secretary, Dr. Shalini Rao, who has worked relentlessly to make this mega event possible, to present the vote of thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, please give her a big round of applause. She has made indefinite efforts to make this event.
No duty is more urgent and important than returning of thanks. It is my privilege to propose the vote of thanks for the 54th Annual Conference of National Academy of Medical Sciences at AIIMS Rishikesh. At the outset, I would like to express my profound gratitude to His Excellency, the Honorable Governor, Dr. Aziz Qureshi, for sparing his valuable time to address the gathering and for highlighting the issues that we need to deliberate on during the conference. He has graced this occasion and greatly encouraged by his kind presence, specious words. It's my obligation to Professor J.S. Bajaj, Emeritus President, Patron NAMS, for his constant and meticulous guidance and in making this conference happen, and also in inspiring us to host it successfully. I'm extremely grateful to Bajaj sir. I would also like to thank Dr. C.S. Bhaskaran, President NAMS, for his support. I thank Dr. Sanjay Wadhwa, Secretary NAMS, for his kind help. I would also like to convey my sincere thanks to the Chairman Organizing Committee, Professor Dr. Rajkumar, Director AIIMS Rishikesh, for his constant support, feedbacks, and unfailing support. I sincerely thank Professor Dr. Latika Mohan, Dean AIIMS Rishikesh, for her constant encouragement and support. I would like to appreciate and thank all the members of the organizing committee and all my colleagues who have helped me to do this particular exercise for last several months. Without their cooperation and full support, this conference would not have been possible. I wish to thank Dr. Sanjeev Mishra, Director AIIMS Jodhpur, and Dr. Kuldeep Singh from AIIMS Jodhpur, the organizing secretary of previous NAMSCON 2013, for their timely help. I would like to express my genuine thanks to members of NAMS administration and the administrative staff of AIIMS Rishikesh. I would also like to thank the students who have made us proud by actively participating in the conference as participants in sessions, active contributions from them for cultural program, and as volunteers. I take this opportunity to extend our gratitude to the distinguished panel of speakers, delegates, distinguished participants, and learned guests for participating in this conference. I would also like to congratulate all fellow and members for their achievements. I would extend my thankfulness to delegates who have made this conference a success, and I hope they have a memorable stay at Rishikesh. I would be failing in my duty if I don't convey my thanks to the print and electronic media for the efforts they are taking for the coverage of this event. Thank you all once again.
Dear audience, with this we come to an end of this convocation ceremony, and I request all of you to stand in your place for national anthem. But before we start with that, I want to announce that you are requested to stay in your place till the procession moves out. And I request the members to hand over their gowns and caps in the same place as from where they have gathered it. Sir? Sir, I'm sorry. And after that, there will be a JBM. Before that, there will be a high tea in the dining area, followed by GBM for on the second floor in the lecture theatre 2. After this, we'll gather for the cultural events in the same place. And once again, on behalf of our organizing team, I thank you all for joining us. Yes, cultural event will be followed by dinner, of course, in the dining area. Thank you.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल चलचित रंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
शराब के ऊपर एक यहाँ पर उत्तराखंड में शराब में यहाँ के लोगों का कहना है कि 80% यहाँ के लोग शराब पीते हैं, उस पर क्या सरकार करती है?
शराब पीते हैं उसकी बहुत सी वजूहत हो सकती है, कारण बहुत हो सकते हैं। पहली बात तो वो सबका एक बहुत ही इम्पार्शियल स्टडी करना चाहिए, उसके साइकोलॉजिकल रीजन इंडिविजुअल्स होते हैं बहुत से, और बहुत सी बातें होती हैं। उनकी स्टडी करने के बाद एक कंसंट्रेटेड प्लान बनाना चाहिए और कोशिश करना कोई बाइलाज छोड़ेंगे नहीं, कोई आपके प्रवचन छोड़ेंगे नहीं, आपके उनकी सबका आवाज़ कराना छोड़ेंगे नहीं आपके। ऐसे इफेक्ट है यहाँ पे कि मैं भी जाता हूँ पहाड़ पे तो सबसे ज़्यादा परेशान जो लोग रहती हैं वहाँ की महिलाएँ रहती हैं, वो रोती हैं आके यहाँ पास खाने को नहीं है, कुछ नहीं, हमारे आदमी जाता है सड़क होता है। प्रॉब्लम तो है लेकिन उसको सॉल्व करने के लिए पूरी एक ह्यूमैनिटेरियन अप्रोच की जरूरत है।
पावन सबसे ज़्यादा स्थिति अभी खासतौर युवाओं में बढ़ता जा रहा है, क्या सरकार की तरफ से आपका
सरकार क्या करेगी इसमें मुझे बताइए? सरकार ला बना।
आप लोग यहाँ एम्स से रिलेटेड सवाल पूछिए प्लीज़, हमारा शो है, आप यहाँ से रिलेटेड अल्कोहल या एम्स के बारे में
उनका मेरिट है, उनका मेरिट है, ये डिजर्व्ड इट, उनको मिला। आई फील ऑनर्ड जो इनके यहाँ बीच आया, मेरे लिए सम्मान की बात है।
आप लोग क्या है